Well, today is the start of Black History Month, and we are honoring an aviation hero with Arizona ties. Lieutenant Colonel Michael Anderson, he dreamed of being an astronaut, and he made that dream come true. But sadly, it came to a tragic end when he, along with 6 others, perished in the Columbia Space Shuttle disaster. That was 21 years ago today. Losing him was a deep pain that has shaped his family. I sat down with his sister this week, who tells me it also motivated them to keep his memory alive. Brenda Danley says in a lot of ways, Michael P. Anderson was your typical brother.
He wasn't perfect, that's for sure. You know, we fought like everybody else.
But he lived an extraordinary life.
As far back as I can remember, he wanted to be an astronaut.
And not even his childhood chores would get in the way.
He was supposed to mow the lawn. He had to put on goggles and hat and put rubber bands around his sleeves and around his legs and everything. And Daddy was like, "Man, what you doing? You're supposed to be mowing the grass." Well, if a rock comes up and hits me in my eye, I will not be able to be an astronaut.
Dad was in the Air Force, so Mom, Dad, Brenda, Michael, and their 2 older sisters moved around a lot, calling Avondale, Arizona home in the 1960s. Brenda went to kindergarten while brother Michael went to 3rd grade at what was then Avondale Elementary. Years passed, they moved even more, and Michael became a lieutenant colonel in the Air Force. And then the call came that changed everything.
And he says, "Y'all aren't gonna believe what just happened." And we're like, "What?" "I just got accepted to NASA."
His first mission in 1998 was aboard the STS-89 Endeavor. It was unforgettable.
He said, "There's no words. I can't describe it. There's just no words."
Houston now controlling the flight of Columbia, the international research mission finally underway.
But then came the fateful Columbia mission in 2003. Anderson was the payload commander, and after 15 days in space, everything during that February 1st return seemed normal.
We're hearing them talking back and forth with NASA about what's going on and everything, and then all of a sudden they're like, "Columbia?"
Columbia, Houston, com check.
And Columbia didn't respond.
Fido, do you have any tracking? No, sir.
Something had gone horribly wrong. The shuttle broke apart just 20 minutes from landing back home. Her brother Michael and everyone on board were gone.
And it was just all so surreal. It was so surreal.
In August of that year, the Avondale School Board voted to change Avondale Elementary to the Michael Anderson School, which is where we are meeting up. Michael loved science and learning. You can feel Michael's legacy all throughout these halls. And when students come to school here, they are reminded by the words he lived by, which were to dream big and work hard. Assistant Principal Daryl Williford says hearing what Michael did in his 43 years on this earth inspires their students.
Anything is possible if you set your mind to it to accomplish what he accomplished.
Especially the young kids who grew up like he did.
To be able to see someone like them to be that successful just lets them know that, hey, that's possible for me to become an astronaut as well, or whatever it is I might want to be.
And his spirit of achievement doesn't stop with the students. Michael Anderson School Principal Lori Gosler says the school itself was recently recognized.
We earned an A letter grade for the state of Arizona, and that is a complete joint effort. I make a parallel back with Michael Anderson and what he went through in his life and those steps toward achievement. And that never give up attitude.
Dream big! I had to. They told me that if I walked in any classroom and I said that, all the kids would respond. So I tested it out, and sure enough, they live his motto every day. Now, Brenda spent years working in Avondale as an educator. She still has the email Michael sent her from space telling her to remind all the kids at school to keep working hard. She tells me Michael's daughters are so smart and make their whole family proud. And Emily, I wanted to bring you in on this one here because when the school finally got that A letter grade that they had been working so hard for years, they had a huge celebration, and they even made these, that I wanted to show you all here, just kind of celebrating their A achievement with the shuttle there.
Oh, I love that. With the shuttle, it says, "We brought our A game." Yes, you did. And it's all because of Michael's impact and paving that way. You think so many kids dream of being an astronaut, Michael did that from right there in Avondale and is really inspiring students still today. It's such a great story.
Well, I also want to thank Brenda for sharing her story with me. I was telling you, we laughed, we cried, and just appreciate what they're doing to keep his legacy alive.